is so hot?
Do you know it is related to thermodynamics?
Thermometer?
No, thermodynamics.
Thermodynamic? What is that? Hello, my name is Fahmi Castellow and my matrix number is 74774. Today, I will explain you everything about thermodynamic. Thermodynamic is branch of science which deal with energy transfer and its effect properties of the substance. The properties of substance, which consist of chemical properties and also physical properties. There is everything you need to know about thermodynamics. Laws, system, sounding, boundary, closed system, open system, control surface, state, equilibrium, properties of system, and a lot more. Firstly, we need to know about the laws of thermodynamics. Usually, like Newton's law of motion, usually we have three: first, second, and third. But later in development, a more fundamental law was added, which is zeroth law. About the zeroth law, I will explain you later. First law of thermodynamics can be described as conservation of energy, which include internal energy, work, and heat. The first law of thermodynamics has an equation, which is delta U equal K minus W. Delta U is change in internal energy equal Q minus W. Q is energy transferred as heat, while W is work done on or by the system. The second law of thermodynamics says that it asserts that energy has quality as well as quantity. An actual process occurs in the direction of decreasing quality of energy. So imagine that you are in Korea or Japan right now. Assume that your body temperature is 37 or 36 degrees and the air surrounding is like 20 degrees or 17 degrees. Then sometimes the heat in your body will escape to the air surrounding. So that is actually what happened in second law of thermodynamics. It's quite similar to zeroth law of thermodynamics. What is zeroth law of thermodynamics? Why you don't know? That's why I asked you. Just kidding lah. Let me show you. Let me show you the simplest demonstration which apply thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics states that if two systems are in thermal equilibrium with a third system, then those two systems are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. Let me give you an example. If A is thermal equilibrium with B, then B also in thermal equilibrium with C. Then C also thermal equilibrium with A. Let me take this as example. This hot coffee, I just poured it. The water is very hot, but the mug of the body is not very hot. But then when I leave it here for a while, the temperature of the hot Milo will be cool down. But the mug is getting hot. So eventually, both of this body, including this Milo and the body of the mug, will be exactly the same temperature with each other because they are in thermal equilibrium. If two objects are at the same temperature, there will be no heat flow between them because they are in thermal equilibrium. Okay, let's assume this hot Milo that I just pour it at like 60 or 80 degrees Celsius, and the mug I used at the beginning, which is 30 degrees Celsius at room temperature. Then I leave it here for 5 minutes or 6 minutes like that. Then what will happen? The heat or the temperature of this hot Milo will cool down until like 40 or 50 degrees Celsius. But the body of this mark will increase the temperature as assume that like 50 or so degrees Celsius. They are in the same temperature, which is below, and the mark will be exactly the same temperature because both are there in thermal equilibrium. The heat energy from this below is transferred from to the mark, while mark is increasing the temperature and the below also cooling the temperature. Exactly, they are in thermal equilibrium. This is the simplest demonstration of thermal equilibrium, or we can say the usage of thermodynamics in our daily life. Did you know that the application of thermodynamics occur every day and everything you see which apply the heat transfer? For example, a car. So this is a car engine and this is a radiator. So the engine will create a lot of heat because of combustion. And radiator is the main function of radiator is to cool the entire engine, which flowing the water, which you can see very hot. This water, the normal water, will flow inside to the engine, cooling it down. So, heat from the engine will be exceed a lot of everywhere. I mean that everywhere. The heat of the engine also will be transferred to the radiator because of the water flowing in the entire engine. Then the radiator will pump and cool down for the temperature of the water. The engine will be getting colder because of this water flowing radiator, and also radiator will gain heat from the heat of the engine. So this can also be applied in zero law of thermodynamics. That is they are in thermal equilibrium with content of two bodies or third body, which means it's the engine, the radiator, and refund. So not just engine for the application of the thermodynamics. There also can be motorcycle, the aircon, also home aircon, and everything you can see which consists of transfer energy. We have the simplest one, like car engine. So you know already about everything, the basic concept of thermodynamics. I hope you like my video and understand my every explanation throughout this video. And also, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube and share my video to everyone. Your family, your brother or sister, your friend or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Because sharing is caring.